Alright, so this time let's study about multiplication and division of multinomials. I have here 6 subtopics. Okay, so and 14 examples. Let's start with the first one. This is about multiplying monomials. Okay, so to solve this one, the first thing we will do is to multiply the numerical coefficients. So when I say numerical coefficients, these are the numbers, negative 5 and positive 3. So 3 times negative 5. Now when it comes to the variables, so we have x and x, both monomials of x. We will add the exponent. So this is 2 plus 1. There's a 1 here, imaginary 1. So for the y, this is going to be y squared. And then again, there's a 1 there, imaginary 1. And then for the variable z, there's a 1 there, so that would be 1 plus 3. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. X raised to 3, y raised to 3, and then z raised to 4. That's answer number 2. Example number 2. Okay. So again, start with the numerical coefficients or the numbers. It's a negative 6 and negative 3. That's positive 18. I'll write first the number here for your reference. Now both have m, so that means m raised to 4, and there's a 1 there, so that's plus 1. N raised to 1 plus 2. So our final answer is 18, m raised to 5, n raised to 3, or n cubed. Okay, so now let's go to example number 3. This is multiplication or multiplying monomial and a multinomial. So to solve this one, we will use the what we call distributive property of equality. So that means we'll multiply this monomial to this to the first term of the binomial, and then after that we'll multiply this to the second term. Okay, so let's multiply the monomial to the first term first. So negative 2 and positive 4, then x squared plus 1, and then y plus 1 plus 1. And then that's negative 7 times negative 2 x squared again. So there's a 1 here, so plus 1. There's no y there, and then there's a y on the monomial that we're multiplying, so we need to just include that. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, then x raised to 3 y squared plus 14. You need to consider that 7 as negative, so negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14. X raised to 3 and then y. Okay, let's go to example number 4 now. Okay, so just like what we did in the previous example, we will distribute 5ab cubed b squared rather to the two terms here on the right side. So this is negative 5. This is negative 1, by the way. That ab has a numerical coefficient of 1 or negative 1. So a 1 plus 1, and then b squared plus 1 plus, I'll just write 35. 5 times 7 is 35. Then a raised to 2 plus 1. Okay, I just write the b squared. I need to include that. So negative 5a squared b raised to 3 plus 35 a raised to 3 b squared. Alright, let's go to the next one. And again, this is still multiplying monomial and a multinomial. This time, the one on the right side has 3 terms. Okay, doesn't really matter. We just need to apply the distributive property of equality. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. M, so there's a 1 there, and then plus 2. Then n squared plus 1. Okay. So again, consider that as negative 4 and then negative 3, so that'll be positive 12. M, 1 plus 1. Okay, there's no n here, so I need to include n squared. Negative 3 times positive 7 is negative 21. M, n squared plus 1. So our final answer is negative 6 m raised to 3 n raised to 3 plus 12 m squared n squared minus 21 m n raised to 3. All right. Okay, so this time let's discuss about multiplying binomials. I have two methods that I will teach you. So the first one is box method. The next one is foil method. Now it's up to you which one do you think is best or better for multiplying binomials. So every student has a different preference. Okay, so for this one, the first thing we will do is, of course, we need to draw this 2 by 2 box. So I will write this x plus 3 here first. But again, it doesn't really matter. I can write that here. Okay, so x plus 3 on top, and then after that is x minus 5. So the idea here is to multiply the terms, just like multiplying. If you remember the multiplication table, that's how it works. So I'll just put the times here. I'll put a dot so that you will not be confused. So x times x is x, 1 plus 1. So 3 times x, that would be 3x. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And normally the terms in the diagonals are the ones that we need to combine because they are similar. So this final answer is x squared minus 2x. Negative 5 plus 2 is, negative 5 plus 3 rather is negative 2. Minus 15. Okay, I'll give you another box method example. This time I will write the first binomial here. So 3x minus 1. And here 2x plus 8. So multiplication, this is 6x squared. And then plus 8 times 3x is 24x. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. And again, combine the terms that are similar. So this is 6x squared plus 23x. 22. 24 minus 2 is 22. Then minus 8. So that's the box method. I have two examples here for you for the FOIL method. So FOIL method means the F means first terms, O means outer, I means inner terms, and then L means last terms. So let's multiply the first terms first. Okay, so that's 5x times x, which is equal to 5x squared. O stands for the outer terms. So that's 5x times negative 2, which is equal to negative 10x. I stands for the inner terms. So that's 1 times x, which is equal to x. And then L stands for last terms. So that's 1 times negative 2, which is equal to negative 2. And after that, we need to combine the terms that are similar. So 5x squared, negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9x, and then minus 2. Okay, so that's for example number 8. Let's go to the last example for multiplying or for multiplication. Okay, so again, we will use the FOIL method. So F first terms, that's x times 3x, which is equal to 3x squared. O, by the way, these are the terms that we just multiplied. And then x times 4y is, so x times 4y is just 4xy. I, the inner terms. So that's negative 2y and then 3x is equal to negative 6xy. Okay, you have to consider the 2y is negative because of the minus. Okay, so negative 2y, that means, or minus 2y rather, meaning that 2 is negative. L, last terms, that's negative 2y and 4y. So negative 8y squared. Combine the two terms in the middle. That's 4 minus 6. That's negative 2xy. So the final answer is 3x squared minus 2xy minus 8y squared.